my name is Jazz and welcome to my channel. Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy and excited to have you here today guys. And for today's video I have 4 new DIYs that I made with a really high-end look using Dollar Tree items and things that I have around my home. These ideas are extremely easy and budget friendly to make, and I just hope that you can get some ideas and get some inspiration to create your own DIYs or your own projects. So if you like this video, please hit big thumbs up. That really helps to support my channel, and remember to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified every single time that I'm going to be uploading new videos. And guys, remember to follow me on all my social media pages, my webpage jazomy.com, and my other channel Jazomy Home, to post a new video on that other channel. So make sure that you click in the description box. The link is going to be over there to watch the new video. So please leave us comments to me and my husband. We're so excited for this video. So many things are coming. So make sure that you are subscribing at that other channel too. Yeah, let's get started.
For this project, I'm going to be using these 5-gallon stir sticks that I get from Walmart. They only cost $1. You can use these. I'm going to be using 2 packages because I need 4 of these sticks, but you can use maybe a canvas frame, a photo frame that you have at home to create your own frame. I'm using this. I'm going to cut them 15 inches long. And then I'm going to be sanding the edges to make them smoother. Next, I'm going to be forming my frame, and you can use hot glue or wooden glue to make sure that it's going to stick stronger. To be able to hang my frame on the wall, I'm going to be adding a tooth hanger on the back side. I'm going to look for the center of the frame, and then I'm going to stick that with hot glue. You can use maybe nails, but I'm just going to be using hot glue because this is a very lightweight frame. Next, I'm going to be using my Rubberly wax in antique color, and I'm going to be painting all of the wood, and then I'm going to let it dry. Once it is dry, I always like to use my sanding sponge and sand all of the edges of the frame or any piece that I'm painting, just because it's going to add a really nice touch and it's going to add more dimension to my project. Next, I'm going to be using this welcome wall decor piece that I get from Dollar Tree, and I was so excited. I really like these, but I want to change the color. So I'm going to be using my spray paint in ultra matte black color. I'm going to spray paint this whole piece, and then I'm going to let it dry. Once it is dry, this is how my piece is going to look, and I really like it. Now it is time to add these to my frame. I'm going to be using this beautiful ribbon that I get in Walmart, I think. I'm not sure, but you can use any piece of ribbon that you have at home and you like. And I'm going to be using that to be able to hang my welcome sign. Now it is time to add some greenery to my project, and I love these ones. I'm going to be using some eucalyptus leaves and just other things that I have. You can use flowers. Now for spring, you can use any color. You can use any greenery that you have and you like, and this is going to add a really nice touch to the welcome sign. And once you have that part ready, you can add a small bow too to the piece of ribbon that you already attached to the frame. Once I was done, this is how my project turned out, and I really like it. It turned out amazing, extremely budget friendly, super easy to do, and I think it's going to add a really nice touch to my walls now for this spring season. And for this next project, I'm going to be using this modeling clay that I get. You can find these clays at Walmart. I get this one from Amazon, and I really like how it works. I'm not an expert working with clay, let me tell you, but I really enjoy working with this. So basically, I'm gonna try to flatten and mold my clay on this plastic surface to try to create a very thin layer with this clay in a round shape, about the size of a large ceramic plate. And you need to add water to your hands, and this is going to help you a lot to work with the clay. That's a really great tip that I use, and you can try it too. Now it is the fun part. You can try to find any maybe faux plant or flower. I think this process is going to be so much easier if your flower is plastic. But anyways, I'm going to be using these to add to the top of the clay, and then I'm going to flat these on my clay, and then I'm going to be removing that, and you're going to have the shape and the form of the flower in your clay. It is so cool. You can create any design, any masterpiece, I don't know, but it's so much fun to do, guys. Once I have that part ready, I'm going to be removing all the edges. I want them to look like a little bit rough, so I'm going to like broke all of the edges in a round shape, and then I'm going to let this piece dry. Once it is dry, this is how my clay looks, and then I'm going to be adding some color to the edges to make like pop out a little bit more. So I'm going to be using like this khaki color, and I'm going to add this with a sponge all over these broken edges that I leave on the clay. Then I'm going to be using a very thin brush and just a small amount of paint with water, and I'm going to be adding just a little bit of color to the flowers and the leaves that I have in my clay. Next, I'm going to be using this round plate that I get from Dollar Tree. I want to change the color. You can find this at Dollar Tree in black color already. I'm going to be spray painting these in ultra matte black color, let it dry, and then I'm going to be sticking my clay onto my plate. As you can see, a small piece has broken of the clay, and I was like, oh no, but it's okay. I'm going to add just a little bit of hot glue, and nobody's gonna know. So guys, this is how my project turned out. I was excited to make like an accent plate to my dish rack, and I love how it looks. It adds a really nice touch and that spring vibe with the flowers that I was looking for. For the next project, I'm going to be using 2 photo frames from Dollar Tree, 2 in different sizes, and I'm going to be using these specific ones because they are gold. You can use any gold photo frame that you found or maybe that you have and you can reuse. The first thing I'm going to be doing is remove the paper, the cardboard, and the glass that these picture frames has, and then I'm going to be removing those small like pieces of wire that has on the back side that helps to hold the picture. Once I have that part ready, I'm going to be painting these 2 photo frames, and for that I'm going to be using my Waverly chalk paint in black color, and I'm going to be using a brush, and I'm going to be painting the frames but leaving small parts with that gold color that the frame already has. This is going to add a really nice touch and a high-end look to the frames, and I love to do this technique. You can do the same. Maybe if you don't have the gold frames, you can paint any picture frame that you had. You can paint it black and then use some gold paint on the top to create the same painting technique. And I'm going to be doing the same with the 2 frames that I have, and then I'm going to let them dry. Next, I'm going to be adding some of these E6000 glue. This glue is extremely strong, so I'm going to be adding that to the edges to be able to stick the glass. Next, I'm going to be using these flowers that I made with my Cricut in green vinyl color. You can use any sticker that you have and that you like. Maybe you can paint something yourself with paint, or you can use a stencil. I'm going to be adding this beautiful decal on the front of the glass, and then I'm going to be removing the transfer tape. I did the same with both of the picture frames, but I add a different flower to each one, and then you can add a tooth hanger or any rope on the back just to be able to hang these picture frames on the wall. And this is how my project turned out. It's super easy to do and it has a high-end look. For this next project, I'm going to be using this Easter basket that I have at home, but you can use any other one that you have, or maybe you can use a planter from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using this one because it's big enough and I love the shape and all of that like pattern and the texture that has. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is to remove the handles, and then I'm going to sand the edges to make sure that it's going to look awesome. Next, I want to change the color, and for that I'm going to be using this matte river rock color that I love. I'm obsessed with this color. I give it one coat of paint and then let it dry, but I highly recommend to give it 2 coats of paint for better coverage. Once it is dry, this is how it's going to look. Next, I'm going to be adding some texture to this planter, and I'm going to be using this multi-texture spray paint color. It looks like if you add sand to the planter, and I love the effect. And I'm going to spray paint that and then let it dry very well. Once it is dry, this is how it's going to look, and I really like it. But as you can see a little bit of the like pink color, so that's why I said you can give it 2 coats of paint of the matte river rock color. Okay, next I'm going to be using this beautiful wire basket that I get from Dollar Tree, but I'm going to be changing the color. I want this to be black. So for that, I'm going to be using my spray paint in ultra matte black color, and then I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to be adding this piece to the bottom of the Easter basket, and this is going to help stand my planter, and is going to give it some height, and it's going to be like a plant stand. I'm going to be sticking this with hot glue, but you can do it with another stronger glue like E6000. Next, I'm going to be adding some rocks inside of this planter. This is going to add some weight, and it's going to make this piece more stable. You can add any plant or greenery or flowers that you like to this piece. I decided to use these ferns. I get a few from Dollar Tree, and the other ones I already have them at home. I'm going to be using like 3 different types of ferns, but that's okay. I'm going to be mixing all of them in this planter, and it's going to look awesome. Once I was done, this is how my project turned out, and I really like it. It was so simple to make, and it looks amazing. Nobody's gonna know that this is made from Dollar Tree items, and I just love how it turned out. I'm going to be adding these to a corner of my home, and I just hope that you can get inspired by these ideas and that you can create your own projects. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. That really helps to support this channel. And leave me in the comments which of these projects is your favorite one. Please make sure that you are subscribed, that you hit the bell, and that you share this video with friends and family. And remember to follow me on all my social media pages, my webpage jazomy.com, and my other channel Jazomy Home. We post a new video, guys, so make sure that you check that video in the description box. All the links are always there, and see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.